Hi, everybody. It is Kathy, and I love to be selling. Come on in, sellers. And we are going to talk. We're going to be talking about what's going on eBay right now. And I am here to help you the best I know how with the situation the way it is right now. So first off, let me know that you can hear me. Just comment and say, hey, Kathy, I hear you. Let me know about your weather. Today in New York City, it's a little chilly. I'm going to have to bundle up when I go out. But I just wanted to check in with everybody and let you know what's going on, updates, all the information I'm going to give to you. I'm going to show you exactly where I'm getting it. I don't guess. I don't guess. I look for what information's out there, what's accurate, and also came up with some ideas of things for you to do. Okay, so let me know that you can hear me, you guys. If you don't know me, I'm Kathy Terrill, and I'm a top-rated seller on eBay. I've been selling on eBay for over 12 years. I was trained as an eBay education specialist. I am on a lot of eBay beta teams, and I work with a lot of eBay teams to stay current and really know things in depth. And what I'm known for is very accurate information that you can count on. I also date my YouTube, so let me just tell you what the date is on this. This is October 17th, 2019. One thing I stress to people is you do want accurate information. I also cite my sources. Sometimes I listen to people and I'm like, oh my goodness, is when you hear people saying things, you want to know, say, where are you getting that information? Ask them to show you or tell you. It's lovely when people say things, but they're literally just pulling things out of the air, or they're trying to, shall we say, rustle up the waters. They're trying to get attention by saying outrageous things. And I don't do that. I tell you where I'm getting my information from. But I'm selling on eBay for over 12 years. I am a top-rated seller. I'm an eBay education specialist. I was trained. I work with a lot of sellers to help them scale their businesses and grow their businesses. I actually manage some accounts for some really big sellers, which is great. My background's retail. I've got over 15 years of retail experience here in New York City. I'm in New York. And I was on QVC for over 6 years as a product presenter. So I have a lot of retail background, a lot of sales background. And what I do is I take all of that knowledge and translate it to the eBay platform. So let me just check in and see how you guys are doing. And I want to explain what is going on because you know how things are going. It's like playing telephone. You know, somebody says something and then by the time it gets to you, it has changed quite a bit. And that seems to be a lot of what's going on right now. So I just sort of want to cut to the chase and get to it. Sorry, you guys, I just want to make sure that you can hear me. Hang on a second. Oh, good. Hi, Ladoris. How are you? Good to see you, Bev. Lenny, hi. How are you, Pam? Good. Great. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Joan. Louise, how are you? Good. Everybody's here. So I'm going to go straight into this, but I do want to explain you know, when you're hearing things, when there do seem to be site errors going on, is immediately find out the truth, what is going on. It's great to listen to a lot of sellers, but what happens sometimes is things really escalate and people start throwing their opinions in. I love hearing everybody's opinion, but particularly when there's a site issue going on, I really want to know, like, what is going on and what can I do? So this is what's going on. And I'm going to share my screen with you. So hang on a second. So if you don't know everything that's going on, sorry, you guys. It's the joy of electronics. Oh, good. Everything's freezing. Ugh. There we go. Unfreezing. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Sorry. Hang on. Oh, are we sharing? This is when I have to like pull out my phone and see what's showing. Okay, that's not what I want to do. Okay. I want to hop over to a site. So we are on eBay. Here we are. We're on eBay. No, that's not what I want. Spring seller update. So the first thing I want to start with is the spring seller update, inventory optimization, 2019 inventory optimization. Okay, and you click more. And this is not the one I want. I wanted the fall seller update. So hang on just a second, you guys. What? Hang on. Fall seller update. This is how I find things on eBay. I Google, and I've actually heard. So hang on a second. So eBay fall seller update, just so you know what's going on. In the fall seller update, they announced inventory optimization. Whenever they announce that, you always want to pay attention. Oftentimes other things will get attention. Pay attention to inventory optimization. I just want to make sure this is showing, because sometimes I think I'm sharing my screen and I'm not. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so inventory optimization. Click this. Okay. Chatter, 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 chat, chat, chat. Changes effective October 15th, 2019, and today's the 17th, okay? And what it's talking about is there going to be category changes and item-specific changes, okay? And they go into effect October 15th, and one of the categories impacted is clothing, shoes, and accessories, and that seems the one that's getting hit the biggest. I do encourage you, if you are in business and industrial, cameras and photos, cell phones and accessories, computer, tablets, and networking, any of these other categories, I do encourage you to take a look at your listing and see if there's any impact, okay? But what it's saying is they are going to be changes to these categories, okay? Specifically, I'm just scrolling down again. This is the eBay Fall Seller Update 2019. I'm on eBay's site. It talks about item specifics updated to help buyers find our listings, okay? The affected categories for this, and they list it. Again, the one that seems to be getting hit the hardest is fashion. But if you are in these other categories, toys, home and garden collectibles, media and gift cards, I do encourage you to look at it. So this is what's going on. Now, again, where am I getting my information? From eBay. I go over to eBay. And if you've never gone here, when you're on eBay, see if it'll show on the bottom. This is eBay Community. Get to eBay Community when you're on a page here at the bottom, it says Community. And if you don't see that on your page on the bottom, you can look at Sitemap and you'll find Community. On eBay Community, you will see announcements. In fact, let me just go there. Announcements. So if there's something big that's going on, usually within an hour or two, there'll be a post on Community in the announcements. And this is information from eBay, okay? So we click it. This was published. Again, I'm giving you dates, October 15th. So this is 2 days ago and it has an update on it. And I want to read the update with you. Again, because people are saying a lot of different things. Now, when eBay does an update to categories, how do I say this? I'll show you what happened, but I want to read this to you from eBay first. Okay, so it says our technical team has been working around the clock to resolve 2 issues caused by the October 15th category update. And I just read you, the update was in the fall seller update. There's an issue that was preventing sellers from relisting and revising listings in certain categories. Also, the left-hand navigation filter, I'm going to show you that, was missing certain item specifics such as size, which means that a buyer coming on to eBay, the left-hand navigation filter for size vanished, okay? eBay says it wants to fix this. It gives the background. You can read this whole thing. Again, eBay Community, okay? You can read this whole thing, okay? Current situation, and they do go through and update this, so it's good to check this, you know, maybe once a day. There was a technical issue and some of the item specifics did not update correctly. As a result, some listings were blocked during relist or revision. In addition, the new required field is showing up, I'm going to show you that, as blank, and the listing appears incomplete. This issue also created a problem in search with the new item specifics not appearing in the left-hand navigation search filter. I will show you that too. If you're not in the left-hand navigation search filter, it's serious because it means the buyers can't find you sorting through those filters. It impacts your sales. Because if you're in the clothing category and your sales have really flatlined the last couple of days, this is probably a very good reason why that happened, okay? Important update. As we work to completely resolve this issue and ensure item specifics are mapped correctly to the new item specifics. So that means the item specifics that were in my listing 2 weeks ago get mapped, get put into the new item specifics that are now showing since this October 15th update. Okay, so they're working to resolve that. What it does tell me is my listing is no longer blocked from being relisted. Problems relisting, you should not have that problem anymore, or revised, because the required item specific is blank. So that should not be happening anymore. It tells me my next steps. This is what I wanted to go over, and I've also got a couple of ideas for you. So for now, and again, we're talking October 15th, you should continue providing all the required, recommended, and additional item specifics as needed. So as you list, if it's required, I remember correctly, it has a little asterisk. It will not allow you to list unless you fill in the required item specifics, things like brand. Okay. For the required item specifics that are blank. So in an old listing, if it's blank, no action is required on your part. So what was happening was when people spotted this, because this happened starting on the 15th, and they were noticing, and I'm going to show you on a couple of listings, that the item specific in the selling form was blank. They were freaking out. We were all freaking out, because what it means is eBay search doesn't know what size you are. So what they're saying is don't freak out. eBay is going to be mapping, or they're going to be getting the information from your original listing and getting it into the new item specifics. Okay, we're aware that some sellers have chosen to end their listings and use sell similar to change the information in their listings. We do not recommend doing this. I didn't do that, but if you have, I'm going to keep reading this for you. What I did was I went in and I bulk edited. This will take you quite a bit of time. And in bulk edit, I clicked item specifics, and I was going through one by one and adding size. So what that's saying is that you don't need to do it. They're going to be taking the size from my older listings, and they're going to be putting it into the new format. I'm going to wait a week or two and see about this. What I'm saying is this is what eBay's saying. Okay, so what they don't recommend is that you don't recommend ending the listing and doing sell similar. They're saying, though, if you do decide to do that, please check your remaining free listing allowance to avoid getting additional insertion fees. Correct, because let's say you only have 100 free listings a month. Let's say you're ending 80, you're using sell similar, you're going to end up getting listing fees. Be aware that ending a good to cancel listing removes its sales history. So if you've got a multi-quantity listing, my pen, let's say I've got 10 pens, 5 have sold, which helps this pen in search. If I end it and then list it again as a sell similar, that sales history that was attached to it that was helping my pen in search, I'm going to lose that. And then it says we will continue to update the announcement with news as it becomes available. We appreciate your patience. Okay, so what happened was, and I'm going to show it to you on a search, was when the update went into effect on the 15th for a lot of clothing categories, you would have the item, but the size, so for instance, eBay red shirt, large, there was no size search on the left-hand navigation bar, which means as a buyer coming in, there was no filter on the left-hand side for size, and that's going to hurt you. But let me show you. So what they're saying is don't end it. They are going to be moving the sizes over, sort of hang tight. We're working on it, but let me show you something. So I'm noticing they are working on it, and that's what I wanted to show you. So hang on. And what I did was, so back to the update. So this is, just for you know, again, this is eBay Community Board. Again, this is eBay talking to us, official eBay. The other thing I showed you was the fall seller update. This is what I want to show you. So experimenting, because I'm like, I wanted to speak on this. I've been aware of this situation for a couple days. I've been listening to eBay. I've been doing a lot of emails, and I don't like to speak really until I have the full picture. And you know me, I love eBay. I'm making my living selling on eBay. I work with a lot of sellers making our living selling on eBay. I'm very supportive of eBay. Yes, this is extremely frustrating. Yes, losing sales is not good. but it is pivoting already, and that's what I wanted to show you. So yes, I'm angry. Yes, it's incredibly annoying. I know eBay's working hard on it because honestly, if we're losing sales, they're losing sales too. But this is what you can do to help you. And that's my concern. My concern is always helping you, the seller. So I picked Ann Taylor dress. The reason I picked Ann Taylor dress is it's a massive category. So when I searched it, just in case you're selling Ann Taylor, there's 43,000 Ann Taylor dresses, okay? And this is what I wanted to show you. So Ann Taylor dress. So on the left navigation bar, we do have size type is showing up now. Okay, regular, petite is showing up on the left-hand navigation bar. So let me bring it down smaller. Let's do Ann Taylor dress size 6 and see what happens. And again, pick a big category. I was thinking Ralph Lauren, but I picked Ann Taylor. So over here on the left-hand navigation bar, that's over here, you guys. I'm not seeing size. I am seeing color. Here we go. Excuse me. We do have size. Yep. Look at this. So now for Ann Taylor, and that's what I'm saying is I really encourage you to go in and look around at brands that you sell and see what's going on. So this is Ann Taylor. I do have a size navigation bar here. Okay. So let's just click it. Ann Taylor 6. Let's see how many are coming up. 1,000. That sounds about right for size 6. I mean, it could be wrong. So anyway, 6, we have also got petite and tall, so I can filter even further. And by the way, any category that you sell in, you definitely want to look at the left navigation bar because this tells you what the item specifics are: regular, petite, tall. I've got other brands. Obviously, if I'm an Ann Taylor fan, I might be interested in Anne Klein, black and white. It's giving me dress length, so it's telling me these are things that are important to buyers. Sleeve length, colors. But this is what I want to show you on the item specific. And these are not my listings. This is a random search. So I'm going to do it on Buy It Nows because I want you to be able to spot check your own listings. I can sort by price, but let's do Buy It Nows. Where's Buy It Nows? Sold, free shipping. Here we are, Buy It Now. So interesting, 66 auctions for size 6, 1,000 Buy It Now. So let's do Buy It Now. Okay, so let's do this one, this pink one. So this seller, short title. So bonus is that you want to do 75 to 80 characters. So we could have some more up here. Probably sleeveless would be good. But this seller has size 6 in the title, okay? Scroll down. These are the, oh, this is ThreadUp. I love ThreadUp, but this is a big, massive seller. Going to be importing their listings through, you know, I mean, it's a big, massive seller. They're going to be uploading files. I want to pick a regular size seller. Here we go, Ann Taylor. Okay. Now she was in the size 6 filter. She's got size 6 in the title. This is a petite. We're scrolling down. And we've got size 6 in her item specifics. Style, she's putting sundress. So she's using a bunch of the item specifics. And this is what you can do if you're on somebody's listing that's not your own. So she showed, excuse me, this, I could be a gentleman selling this, but this Ann Taylor dress showed in the size 6 filter. She's got size 6 in her title and it's showing in the item specifics. Let's see behind the scenes. What you do is you click sell now. Right? Because what it's going to do is it's going to pull the information from this listing and it's assuming I want to sell one too. Come on, eBay. There we go. Oh, look at this. We get to drag and drop all kinds of fun stuff. It's telling me my required details that are missing is my dress length and the size. So it's telling me that. See, it just tells me something's going on with size because it's telling me dress length and size is missing. And yet here it is. So something's going on. Yet interestingly enough, this dress showed in the size 6 filter. And my suspicion is it's because she's got it in the title. I bring this up. If you go over to my YouTube channel, I love to be selling. And this is one of the tips I wanted to give you. And go to the YouTube, lost in eBay search. This could be the reason. and this is actually a tip I got from Harry Temkin, okay, is, so go to YouTube, watch Lost in eBay search, is if the information is in the title, because we were talking about custom listings, if the information is in the title, eBay search pulls from titles. So if you have any question about, that perhaps something is not getting optimized in search, oops, sorry, hang on a second, let me turn this off, is put it in the title. Let me get back to Ann Taylor. And for this seller, she had the size in the title. What Harry explained to me was that the search pulls from the title. So particularly for a custom item specific, for people that are more handcraft or artisan, is very important to, yes, you can add the custom item specific, but get that up in the title because eBay search pulls from titles. So let's look at this other Ann Taylor loft size dress. Let's see what happens when I click sell one like this. If it's your own listing, you can click revise. I'm just doing this to see behind the scenes. So this one's showing as a 6 in the filter. Scroll down, and in the seller's item specifics, I'm seeing size 6. Okay, I'm actually seeing it twice, women's and size, which makes me think that this one's going to come up okay. So I'm going to click sell now because it lets me know what is on the seller's listing behind the scenes. And eBay's got to notice this. This is new. I haven't seen this before. So here I can show my main photo. Look at this. It's giving me hints on what to put in my picture, which I think is great. Top, bottom, front. It's like, go eBay. Okay. Yes. So this seller, the listing has size 6 in under women's and size, and it's showing well. So this seller, their item specifics got translated to this listing, and this is how you know. But the good news for these sellers, they are showing in the size 6 filter. Either one, because for their listing, eBay has specific to the new item specific, or 2, it's showing in the size 6 filter, because the first one I'm not sure about because it's in the title. So that's what I really want to encourage you, is that as you are listing while this transition's going on, be sure to have your most important item specific in your title, which for me would be like brand, color, size. Let me just pop in and see how you guys are doing. Hang on a second. I don't want to make this sound more complicated than it is. So with the site situation that's going on right now that happened from the October 15th update, and it seems to be impacting fashion clothing the most, and size, how do I know that? Because eBay announcements said it on the eBay site under community. I have my information about the announcement from the full seller update. I have the update about the site situation that's happened from the eBay community board, and they have an update, which is the old size. So if I listed 3 weeks ago and it was an Ann Taylor size 6, is being transferred to the new format. So at least for right now, eBay's saying that I don't need to edit and put that in there. Okay. If you do want to, it can be a little disconcerting because the way you can spot check some of your listings is you click revise and you'll scroll down and you'll see it's not there. But what's weird, and this is what a lot of sellers have been reporting, and that's why I just sort of want to caution you from doing a mass bulk edit, is you're still showing as the size 6 because eBay's pulling the information from the listing from 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, and it's putting it in there. It's just not showing in that field yet, but you are showing as a size 6 or medium or large in search. And if you do want to help yourself, and that's why I wanted to refer to, is always be sure to put brands, whatever the most important information is about your listing, you want it in the title. I mean, the importance of titles. Yes, this update is very frustrating. Yes, it's very disconcerting to click revise on a listing and not see some. But what is so strange is if you look at the listing, you'll see the size in your item specifics. It's like, ugh. So that's what I wanted to say to you is, yes, this is disconcerting. Yes, this is no fun. but in my mind, it reminds me of the importance of title. And when I did see Harry, which was like 3 weeks ago, Harry Timken, who's the vice president of seller experience, he did say that, and he said, and I said to him, I said, can I say this? And he said, yes, because he has said it publicly several times, is eBay search, one of the places it polls for search information is from your title. And you have 75 to 80 characters that you can use for your title. So my caution to you is, yes, absolutely keep listing. Fill in your item specifics. If it doesn't make sense, because some of them you'll look at, one I was looking at was asking me for character family on a woman's dress. Like, I assume, I'm trying to think, character family, Adam's family? I don't know, and it's like, doesn't really apply. Just leave it blank. If it does not apply, leave it blank. Brand, color, style. There was one item specific I saw, it asked me if it was handmade. No. Okay. Ones that you know the answer. Ones that don't apply, don't fill them in. If they're required, it has an asterisk. It's very clear. And like I showed you in that flow, it wanted the brand, it wanted the color, it wanted the size. Those were mandated. And eBay is publishing the updates there on the community page. I encourage you to look at that. And also, while we are working on search, I wanted to show you this, so hang on, is hop over to my website. Again, look at my YouTube. The YouTube I referenced was lost in eBay search. This could be the reason. It explains about the importance of titles and the keywords from the titles, how they get pulled in eBay search. So take a look at that. And then on my website, I love to be selling.com. I've got a freebie guide for you. Just click free tips. And then down here, bottom left, dominate eBay search, is that right now, while this is all working out, you want every bit of extra search juice you can get. And these tips are good whether you have a store or not, to help your listings in search while eBay is sorting all of this out. Okay, and let me just see if you guys have any quick questions. But that's what I wanted to really explain is eBay had announced this. This was inventory, I think they're calling it inventory optimization. Always look at that in the updates. A lot of times people are focused on other things that might be in the updates. Inventory optimization is always a big one. It's the category changes and it's item specifics. Categories and item specifics are search. They are crucial for us in search. So always like ears up when you hear those terms being used by eBay. Is eBay's aware of it. It seems to really be impacting fashion, but certainly if you're in categories that got affected by the October 15th changes, you definitely want to put those listings under, just spot check a couple and see how things are going. And also, just to let you know, I have several fashion sellers that have contacted me and their sales are through the roof. They're doing really, really well. There are sellers that obviously have gotten impacted by this. So these are some tips to help you while you're waiting for everything to shift over. But other sellers are crushing it right now. I also wanted to say is if your sales were slow, like since August, this is not why your sales are slow. If your sales are slow since August, you really want to take a look at things like solds. Are you selling things that are in demand? Take a look at prices. Take a look at your titles. If your sales are slow for several months, New York Siren, it's not because of the October 15th changes. If your sales are slow for several months, it's usually inventory you're selling and prices. Okay, so let me just see any quick questions. I've actually got sales, yay, that I need to send off. So hang on a second. See if there's anything quickly I can help anybody with. But I really encourage you is always go to community and announcements and see what eBay is saying. Sometimes they're not acknowledging something that's going on site. Then absolutely, chat with your eBay friends and see what's going on. But you always, what is the accurate information? What is being said? And then what can I do about it? And right now is wait for the switch to be happening. For myself, I'm like, yay, I'm not going to be bulk editing a million items for now. Keep listing. And as I'm listing, really keep an eye on those item specifics. But it does, from what I was looking at, and I just pulled in Taylor because it's such a big category, is that I am seeing sizes now in the left navigation bar. And the ones that are showing in that left navigation bar, when I click sell one similar, some of them have size 6 in those item specifics and some don't. So clearly eBay's moving data from an older listing or it's pulling it from the title. Okay, do you know what they want in size chart? Pam, I don't, and I just saw that one too. Pam's referring to now their size chart is showing. I have a feeling that eBay for Business is very busy right now. What I'm doing is I'm jotting down questions about the new item specifics, and I plan to follow through with eBay next week. I figure let's get through this updating and get all the sizes and everything working before I start asking about all the new item specifics. But I noticed that too, so that's a good question. Great. Valerie, it is bad, but the thing is, get in there and really take a look at your listings. They're clearly starting to switch things over. Like they said on the announcements board, is that they are migrating the information from the older item specifics to the new item specifics. And think about what, oh, that's what I wanted to tell you guys. I actually saw this, and I'm sorry, I forget who posted this, but I did this morning and it worked. So I want to tell you guys is in your seller hub, if you have items that you can send offers to buyers, and I encourage you to do this every day, is so for especially for the sellers where your sales might be a little sluggish since October 15th, is go into your seller hub, sort by send offers to buyers. You can sort by what listings are eligible for send offers to buyers and send some offers out. If there might be some, situation going on where you're impacted by this, the send offers to buyers, that gets to the buyers, that gets to the people that are watching your item or have it in their shopping cart for more than 5 days. And that can help you to get your sales going again. Somebody in one of my groups reported doing it and it started to get the cha-chings going. I was like, yay. And I was like, oh, let me try this. And got a sale, like 15 minutes later, got a sale. So if you're noticing things are a little slow, and Valerie, I'm sorry you're having a hard time, go into your seller hub and send off some send offers to buyers. I like to stagger it and not do like 30 at once. I'll do like 5, wait a few hours, send another 5. I find spreading it out, okay? And the other thing is do hop over to my website, ilovetobeselling.com, grab your copy to dominate eBay search. You might find there's some tips in there that are going to help you again while this transition is going on to help you to get your sales going back up again. And I am sorry, I know some sellers are having a really rough time. I don't mean to fluff that in any way. It's just while this is going on, what can we do? What we can do is they're saying they're migrating it. So for me is I am not going to spend my time doing any kind of bulk edit. So I will continue to list. This is also a very good time to do social media. Grab my Dominate eBay search, see if there's something in there that you're not doing that can help you to get a little bit of search juice, and send out those offers to buyers. Okay, great. Thank you for joining me. I'm Kathy, and I love to be selling. Bye-bye.